The bioweapon hit Colony 12 on a Tuesday. By Thursday, 40,000 people were dead. By Saturday, the number was 6 times that. The Churan Collective had spent 11 years engineering the hollow plague specifically for human biology, a masterpiece of targeted destruction that moved through a population like fire, through dry grass, silent and invisible until it wasn't. They released it from 3 unmarked drones and waited. What they expected was panic, quarantine, a desperate scramble for a cure that didn't exist because they had made absolutely certain no cure existed. What they expected was humanity brought to its knees, suddenly understanding that the galaxy had teeth. What they got instead was silence. For 19 days, Earth said nothing publicly. No declaration of war, no emergency broadcasts, no diplomatic channels lighting up with the frantic energy of a species watching itself die. The Churan High Council watched their intelligence feeds and found nothing but quiet, and the quiet was somehow worse than screaming would have been. On day 20, Earth transmitted a single compressed data package to every inhabited world in the galaxy simultaneously, all 412 of them. Friend, enemy, neutral. Every species received the same file at the same moment, and it contained one thing: a cure for the hollow plague, complete, functional, tested. The Churan High Council stared at the transmission confirmation for a very long time. "They cured it," Chief Scientist Vora said, and her voice had the hollow quality of someone whose model of the universe had just been quietly dismantled. "In 19 days they cured it. We spent 11 years building it, and they cured it in 19 days. They sent it to us as well," Council Leader Drath said slowly, reading his own confirmation screen. "They sent the cure to us." The room was silent. Then Earth opened a second channel, this one private, directed exclusively to the Churan Collective's government frequency, and Admiral Sharon Briggs appeared on every screen in the High Council chamber simultaneously. She looked the way deep space looked, vast, patient, dark in ways that had nothing to do with light. Comment the word mercy if you think the cure was the scariest part. "Council Leader Drath," Briggs said pleasantly, "I imagine you have questions." Drath found his voice somewhere beneath the fear sitting on his chest. "Why?" he said. "Did you send the cure to us?" "Because we're not interested in wiping out your species," Briggs said. "We want you alive and functional. We've put a lot of thought into why we want that, and I'll explain it to you now." She folded her hands on the desk in front of her. "Attached to the cure we sent your population is an invoice. It covers the cost of developing the cure, the cost of distributing it galaxy-wide, the cost of treating our colony survivors, and a reparations figure for the lives we lost on Colony 12. She paused. "It's a large number." Drath pulled up the invoice on his secondary screen. He had to read it 3 times before the number resolved into something his mind would accept as real. This would be our entire economic output for 60 years, Briggs confirmed. "Yes, we know. We're reasonable about payment plans. What we're not reasonable about is non-payment." She smiled, and it was the most terrifying expression Drath had ever seen on any face belonging to any species in his 40 years of governance. "You have 30 days to confirm your payment intention. If you confirm, we send a team to help you rebuild your distribution infrastructure. Because 60 years of payments require a healthy economy, and we're not interested in killing the patient." The smile stayed exactly where it was. "If you don't confirm, we come take it, and I want to be very clear about what that means. We won't destroy your worlds. We'll simply begin removing resources directly. Your fleet will attempt to stop us." She let that sit for exactly 3 seconds. "Your fleet will not stop us." The channel stayed open, Briggs waiting with the patience of someone who had nowhere else to be and nothing left to prove. Around the council chamber, the most powerful governing body of the Churan Collective, the species that had spent 11 years building the perfect weapon against humanity, sat very still and thought about Colony 12. About 19 days. About a cure distributed to 412 worlds before a single shot had been fired. About the specific and terrifying intelligence it took to respond to genocide with medicine and an invoice. Drath thought about the graveyard at Kepler 7, which every species in the galaxy knew about now. He thought about the eternal demand and the words carved 3 meters tall into its hull. He thought about what it meant that humanity's first move had been mercy, and he thought about what came after mercy if you were foolish enough to waste it. "Get me the Treasury Minister," he said quietly. "Tell them we're confirming payment." He looked at Briggs, still waiting on the screen. "All of it," he added. "We'll pay all of it." Briggs nodded once, the smile finally softening into something almost genuine. "Pleasure doing business," she said. "Follow and share this story for more sci-fi shorts, and drop a comment telling us what you would have added to that invoice.